What's going on, everybody? It's Said, and today I'm going to be checking out Valhalla. So if you've been keeping up with our mod contest, you would know that this won first place. It's a really popular map, especially in the roleplay community. So I'm going to check it out here. We're going to do some flying around. Hopefully I can spot some caves. But this is a huge map. So there are probably going to be areas that I don't need to touch on, so apologies for that, but I at least want to give people who have not had a chance to check out this major map to get a chance to get a flyby and see some of the things that are going on. So I know this map has been around for quite some time. I remember seeing this being worked on when I was, early on when I started modding and I was on the Unreal forums. The map creators were kind of blogging about their experience in making this map. And if you're really interested in the creation of this map and how maps are created, you can check out the Twitch channel. They actually stream, parts of this map when they're making it. So I think that's pretty cool. So if you want to see the map itself, of course I'll have to go in first person. This is the map. You can see where I am. I turned on player location just so you can get an idea of, the overall shape and size of the map. But it's a big map, and there are, I want to say, 8 or 9 caves, maybe more. So it's a lot to explore and a lot to check out. So we'll start over here. First thing I'm noticing here is it seems like a different water texture. Like, I don't think this is the natural water that we have in the dev kit. So I like that they're playing around with custom textures and custom layouts. The only thing I would say about this is it doesn't feel like a real riverbed. Like, it's not indented. Like, it doesn't have any shape to it, so it doesn't feel like a real river to me. It just feels like an area that's been flooded. But again, if you're not used to my style of modding or reviews, I can be pretty critical. It's not because I don't like mods or I think my stuff is better than everybody else's. No, it's just I have a really critical eye even for the things that I do. So don't take that as any type of any type of hate. I'm not a hater. I'm not hating on the map. I'm not hating on the creators because they've done something that I couldn't do here. So I'm not hating at all. I'm just a very critical person by nature. So, but yeah, so I'm going to try to follow this river. Rivers, I think rivers are important because they give you a way to kind of orient yourself around the island. So I really like rivers that flow through the map. So I want to follow this out and see where it takes me. But this seems like a really dense jungle area. I really like the closed-in feeling that it gives you. I mean, it feels closed in. It feels like it's very compact and dense. And most jungles are. I mean, and that's the thing that you'll hear from people that have actually been in jungles. They're very overwhelming in the sense that you don't really see a lot of open sky or anything else like that. So kudos to them for getting that feeling down. I definitely feel as if I'm enclosed or like there's no way to escape out of here. We'll follow this river out, and it looks like this river flows in. Oh, this is actually an overflow from a waterfall. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Because you would kind of see a river naturally in situations like these. And I like these waterfalls. They look really nice. So for those who are following along, I'll take a look at the map and show you general area where I'm at. Over here, on the kind of southeast side of the map. You see that? Alright. Keep on navigating around. So again, a little bit more about the map. As I said, I followed this map earlier on. And then I haven't had a chance to check it out, I would say in the past couple months, so I'm really excited to check this out and see some of the things that they've been adding to it. I don't know if they're really 100% done yet. I know I looked at the workshop page the other day, and I want to say that they're still adding on to this, so I can only imagine how big and epic this map will be once they complete. But this is a huge undertaking, and it's a team of modders that does this. This isn't just one person. So just in case you're wondering, but it's still, nonetheless, it's still a massive undertaking, even with the team of people. So lots of rivers flow through this map, as you can see. Like, this is, I love the natural flowing water map, and that may mean that you can get some more of your water dinos. I'm not sure if they can go up these rivers or not. They don't seem deep enough for that, but you know, I like the idea of having more natural water throughout the map. Lots of water, actually. A little cove here. This is really nice, especially if you like water on a map, or you love more of the sea-based adventure style. You might really like this map, just because there is a lot of water, as you can see already. Some of it is deep, some of it is not deep, but definitely gives you a ocean, more ocean than you're used to on the normal island. Rocky hill over here. Ronto's chilling out up here, relaxing. But so here's the size of, just look at that ocean. I mean, it's massive. And there's another island over there. So that gives you an idea of the size of this map. I'll take a look back so you can see what we just left out of. But tons of area to build. I think this is more suited for you know, servers that have a big fan base. Honestly, I think if it were just you and a couple other people, you probably would never find each other on this map. So I think it's best suited for servers that are you know, up in the higher counts, have a higher concurrent base. You know, between 70. I've even seen servers running this at 125 people. So it's definitely something that, you know, you want to keep in mind if you plan on running this. I think this map will benefit more. Not to say you can't use it on you know, smaller servers, but I think this map benefits more a little when you have a higher concurrent base. Just look at all this sea. I mean, it is, you know, for me, person who doesn't really, you know, go do any deep sea exploring, I'm going to visit one of these islands over here. Let me look at the map real quick so you can see where I'm heading to. Alright, so I'm just heading around the coast here, and we'll just kind of do a fly around. Like I said, hopefully I can check out one of the caves, or some of them, hopefully, but we'll see. I know they have the coordinates, the GPS coordinates, so I should be able to find them if they're not that obscure. But again, a lot of sea, and I know there are sea caves, underwater caves, I should say. So there'll be lots and lots to do on this map, lots and lots. Now, one thing I'm not sure of is I'm not sure of if there are any biomes. You know, a lot of it seems to the right here, it looks like that might be a biome, but a lot of it seems to have the same kind of look and feel. Go ahead and set the time of day to something more appealing. Alright, there we go. It's morning time. But yeah, this is, man, it is, wow, that tree looks like a different tree. I don't know that I've seen that tree. And that might, so for people that are in the dev kit, you know that there's a lot of resources in there that we don't necessarily use here at Studio Wildcard. And I see a lot of people making use of them, including myself. These may be trees that are in the dev kit, but I can't say that I've ever seen these, but they're very cool looking. Very cool looking. And this area does have a different feel than the area that we just passed, or that we just left. So, you know, that's the overall idea of a biome, is just a different area, different foliage, different plant species, you know, different landscape textures. That's typically what makes up a biome. It doesn't have to be a traditional biome like snow, you know, or anything like that, desert or anything, you know. What are those supposed to be? Like, what is that supposed to be, though? I don't really know. It's like, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but almost looks like somebody TP'd your house. Like, you know, when people throw, I didn't have anybody do it to me, and I didn't do it to anybody, but that's what it kind of looks like to me. And this tree is just floating. With a map this large, you're going to see little things like that. You know, it's hard to track down every little thing that may be wrong with a map of this size, but I'm sure they're working on it, and hopefully they're watching this so you can. And if you need the coordinates, if you're watching this, it is around this area where you want to look for the floating tree. But yeah, this, I would almost consider this a biome. I mean, it has a different feel. It's kind of swampy, more swampy than the other place that we left. This seems to be an overall, whoa, just hit a little bit of lag there. This seems to be an overall look of this island, kind of like flooded. It looks, this is what it would look like to me if an area flooded, or an area that has a tide that, you know, changes throughout the day, or sometimes of the day is dry and then the tide comes in and it's like, you know, turns into like a little river. But that's what this all reminds me of around here. This, it has a, trying to gather my words, but it has a very distinct feeling. It feels, even though there's tons of life here, it feels very dead by the styles of the trees. It's more of a horror feel to me, and that may just be me. You know, again, it's, this is all subjective. You know, I'm just, you know, a fan of this mod. I mean, of this map, I should say. Just giving my critique and my feedback. But you may feel differently about it, but this definitely has more of a horror feel to me. Yeah, and I would say this whole area is more of a distinct biome. Right there in the little alcove. So there we go. You probably see it a little bit better there. All right, so that's where I'm at. In case you're wanting to get into this map and try to settle in this area. But me, I probably would not build in this area. It's not attractive enough for me. And I'm sure they were going for this look. So it's, again, this is not a jab at them, or I'm not hating. It's just my personal taste. I probably wouldn't settle there. Probably would not. And then you kind of see a aerial shot of that. All right, so we're gonna head off, and let's go over here, because this almost looks like a redwood biome. Almost looks like a redwood biome, just by the size of the trees. I mean, they're massive in comparison to some of these other trees. So it definitely feels like a different area, a different biome. So let's go ahead and check this out. Yeah, these are definitely different trees, and sorry, I just wanted to get up close to see kind of the texture. Textures could use a little bit of work, but overall it's a really cool looking tree, and they definitely look like biomes. That UV looks a little stretched there. When I say the UV looks stretched, you can just kind of tell it looks like it's out of scale, to be honest. But yeah, again, that's just little critical stuff. But this is a cool looking area, and it definitely is reminiscent of redwoods, kind of a redwoods forest area. So yeah, very cool looking. Very cool looking. I can see a lot of people trying to settle in this area. Oh, I'll try to keep a lookout for nodes. I know nodes, like resource nodes, are really important when you come to some of these custom maps, and also Dino spawns is really important when you come to these custom maps. So I'll try to keep an eye on both of those, so we can see where's the best areas to kind of settle if you're looking to monopolize on resources, or you know, in this case, you could set up like a logging factory. I'm not sure if these big trees are harvestable harvestable, to be honest, but we're going to see. Of course, I'm just going to punch it. No, they're not. So yeah, just like I thought, they are not harvestable, but I'm assuming that these smaller trees are. But again, as you get closer on this, you can kind of see that texture thing that I was talking about. The textures could be a little bit better, but again, just critique. I'm going to go ahead and hit this one to see. Just like I thought, these are harvestable. Textures don't look so bad when you're close up, but I think as you get a little further away, it just kind of all blends together. Small details though, small details. Doesn't take away from the overall quality of this map and the amount of work that has been put into this. It's unbelievable. I'm going to call this the Redwood biome, even if it's not. But yeah, this is a more of a Redwoods biome. Hopefully you'll be able to find different creatures in here than you would on the normal island. I'm not sure if they've done any of that separating out. If they spawn on different islands versus others. But it would be cool to see. You see down there we have a little activity. I haven't seen a huge amount of creatures though. That's maybe it's just me and maybe I'm missing something, but I haven't seen a huge amount. Almost seems like they could be increased a little bit, the rates at which they spawn in at. But again, it's been in my little time playing on this. Brontos up there. We've seen Brontos in other areas of the map. More Brontos down here. Bronto Valley. And there's a floating island. That's the first time that I've ever seen that, to be honest. So I may be heading for that area so we can check that out. But here's a Redwood biome. I'll give you another look at the map here so you can kind of see where it's located. I would say almost in the center of the map, to be honest. Pretty close. Alright, so we're going to head down here, check this out. More Brontos and more Brontos, so it seems to be a large amount of Brontos on this map, or in this area of the map. So I keep saying that because this is a really big map, really, and I forget the size in comparison to the normal map, but I want to say it's like 6 to 8 times that of the normal map. So it's that's pretty unbelievable. Let's get closer in. I really like some of the ground textures they chose. I think they're a little bit different than the normal map. Of course, as you get in, you'll see the grass will come in. You get closer, you'll see the grass. There's some raptors, some beavers. Okay, so we're starting to see a little bit of variation. But I really like the textures that they chose for the ground layer. They look really cool. They blend in well with the rest of all the other assets. So kudos on that. I think this was picking this map for number 1. I think it was almost a no-brainer. I mean, it has such the community following for one, and then when we got in here and we just saw the size and some of the things that they've added into here with all the caves, and it's just really unbelievable and a lot of eye for detail. So let's go to the floating center here. Seems to be more popular. I think not to say that there weren't other maps out there that have floating isles, but I think the center made it pretty popular for people when they came out with the isle that's floating in the center. I know a lot of people love that, so I'm not sure if this was there first. So again, I'm not saying this is a copycat or anything. I'm just saying that it became really popular when they the center, Ben Burkhardt, even Mr. Frank. Also, we have some metal up here. It became really popular when he did it on this map. It looks more metal than, it looks more gold than the traditional metal nodes. Just a floating isle up here. Some different resources too. These rocks look a little different, like these right here that I'm aiming in at. These look a little different. I don't know if I've seen these before. Some pine-like trees, pine trees here, and I don't know if you have those in the map either. So, those might be custom assets as well. Again, I don't know every asset that's in the map, but oh, here we go. Now this looks special here. We're gonna have to take a stop here and run around for a bit. Really nice area. Wow, I really like those trees. They look very piney. Very piney. Now, let's see if we can actually go in here and before I go too far, let's turn on some cheats. I wonder what's up with this. It's just like a I'm not sure what's up with that. Okay, so it's not like a little cave. It's just like a, you know, it's a nice focal point to add in the middle of this floating isle. Some crystal in here. Nice little touch, though. I was hoping we were going to find a cave in there, but looks like we aren't. Alright, so we're going to jump back on Terra, and we're going to do some more flying. I'll pull up the map here in a second so you can see where this is at. A lot of metal nodes, like right on the top of these feel like weird locations to put metal nodes to me. Like it's in the middle of a peak of a mountainside, or I wouldn't even say a mountain, but like a cliff. It just seems like a weird spot to put them for me. But again, these are very subjective things. A little obsidian over there. All right, let's look at the map again so you can see where we are. We are right there, as you can see, northeast. So I've mostly been on the east side of the map. We're going to go to the west side of the map pretty soon to give you an overall look of, you know, how it differs from the east side, if at all. This is the floating isle. Hopefully, let's see if I'm heading in the right direction. Yes, I am, because I see snow. And that's something we haven't seen before. I mean, but look at this. This is just a huge map. Like, it goes out forever. Forever. Like, I wonder how long it would take you to travel this entire map on a Terra. Probably takes some time, to be honest. Yep, so I'm heading over towards the west side, and we'll do kind of the same thing. We'll fly from north to south and just kind of peruse the island so you can see what's out there and available for people. And I know tons of people have done reviews on these, and theirs are probably better than mine, so you might want to check out some of those on YouTube. But I just, you know, as part of the contest, the mod contest that just recently wrapped up, I wanted to go in and show off all of the mods that won, just because I think it's important to give them that visibility. I really like that ground texture, personally. I like the way it looks, very mossy and just... yeah, looks really good to me. Oh, look who we've got in the air. Ooh, hey, buddy. Alright, so we'll keep flying. Hopefully we can reach... It just shows how big this map is. I mean, I've been flying probably for about 10 minutes. I've only covered half of the map, maybe. 15 minutes and I've covered half of the map. This is the coast here. So... usually spawns are on the coast, like when you freshly spawn in, they're usually on the coast, so it might be good to check this out to let you know what it looks like here. Again, not a lot of animals. Is it just me and I'm missing them, or is it just not a lot of animals here? Like, I would expect the coast and somewhere like here to have a lot of spawns, and I don't see any. Oh, there's a little turtle. Turtle. seeing any trikes. There's some parasaurs. Parasaur. There's a trike. Speaking of. Alright, so now I'm starting to see a few more. Alright, so we'll fly over more towards the center. I want to hit this little ice cap over here just to see what this is. I'm a horrible navigator, by the way, so FYI, probably should not be your tour guide. But you don't have anybody else, so beggars can't be choosers, right? Actually, they can't. I mean, I am, and I beg a lot, so. Alright, so we're getting close to this snow cap. I think we're over here. Oh, over here. From a distance, those look really, really cool. They look like real mountains. I don't know how they look closer up, but I assume they still look as nice, but those look really cool from a distance. As you've seen, it's a lot of land mass. A lot of land mass. I mean, it's overwhelmingly big. I mean, again, if you run with the smaller server, I would find it hard to see how well this is doing for you, just given the size of this. And maybe that's something you prefer. We're so high up in the air, we're like intersecting with the clouds. How cool is that? Alright, so this is our snow. One of the snow caps here. Mr. T-Rex is chomping on some buddies here. Alright, we have rhino, mammoths. Yeah, things you would expect to see in snow areas. So it does look like the creatures are varied. So that's a cool thing. What is this? Oh, look at you, little buddy. Wow. Looks like there's going to be some trouble for that mammoth. Wow, he's glitching out. Look at him, he's dancing. Like it just goes from being, you know, you see snow-covered crops and then non-snow-covered crops. So probably could have done a better job of that. Again, being very critical for those who are listening. More waterfalls. Wow, this area really opened up. This is a cool little area. Out of all the spots I've been past, I probably would choose somewhere around this area to settle myself. It's because I like the way it looks. Lots of water. Not sure how it does on resources as far as metal, but it's just a really cool looking place over here. Begin here, see where we're at. Oh, we're going towards the edge of the mountain. We're going to do that. We're going to go south here. You see, a lot of it looks the same. This is the only other critique I can give is doesn't, and again, this is just with my limited time I've spent on this map, it doesn't seem very distinct. It seems like the first area I was in, like the crowded jungle. Like the map itself so far to me doesn't have a ton of character. And to me, character is just like it has a distinct feel, like the map has a feel. Maps like Madagascar Evolved, it gives you a feel. Even one of the other maps that I'll be checking out, Rorema, it gives you a feel. I don't really think it has character, and it gives you a certain feeling. This seems like it's just a really big map to me. And that's not a bad thing. Just calling that out as I stroll by. This looks like a cool area we're coming up on, to be honest. So I'm very excited to check this out. Some of these snow caps up here, I don't know what this is straight ahead of me. So we'll probably go there first. It looks like some type of settlement or something. Ruins, maybe? But again, look at the size. The one thing I will say is there are bodies of water, and the way the islands are placed, it does seem very deliberate, and it's very nice placement. It feels natural. Like this feels like a natural coast. So if you're into, naval warfare, or, having a bunch of sea friends, this might be the map for you. It's probably one of the few maps that has a very extensive amount of water that I've seen, at least. So it'll be worth checking out just for that. If you like the water, and you like, exploring in the water, or having battles in the water, this is probably going to be a map for you. Honestly, it's going to be right up your alley. Nice texture on the rocks. I think these look like ruins up here. Yeah. And if I had to guess, a style would be Chinese, Asian, somewhere in that family. I could be wrong on that too, but that's what it feels. Oh, okay. Now this is probably like an arena. And I'm not sure if these assets are in the dev kit or not. They could be. I don't think so, though. So that would mean they had some custom assets for this as well. We're going to get a little closer and take a look at them. Not bad at all. So the other thing that I'm not sure of is if you can build in this area, and if so, does it do extra damage? Sometimes we have on a normal map, if you build in the cave, 6 times damage or something of the sort. I wonder if it's like that here as well. I would imagine so, but guess this is correct. Mostly correct. We'll fly across this body of water, and then what I'll do is I'll pause this for a second, see if I can find a cave or 1 or 2 caves. We'll go through that, and then we'll do a wrap up, and kind of give you my overall thoughts. Not that they matter, because it's clearly a fan community favorite, and that's not going to change by anything that I say. But in case you were wondering my overall feelings on it, I'll give them to you. And if you didn't want them, you'll probably just stop the video when I start to go through them. Just go into the next one. See, it looks like here. Okay, yeah. No, the map looks correct. I don't know why I was over that other body of land and it didn't look like there was anything on the map. So, I don't know. That could just be me. Here's another. Looks like Redwood slash. This looks like. I don't really like the Redwood trees. Are these the pine trees? No, they don't really look like the pine trees either. Very interesting colors on these trees, like that looks. I understand what they were doing before they looked a little oversaturated to me. Looks heavy in color, but again, it can be very, very critical. Very. Areas like the snow biome, in other maps, and even the main island, you can tell that there's been some care put into it and making it a very distinct experience. And I don't get that same feeling. Like how some of the trees transition out kind of slowing down or not, which is what you want to see if you transition into a non-snow area. So we'll go for that. All right, so did I just fly back around? Alright, so what I'm going to do is, like I said before, oh wow, there's like little islands out here too. This one looks like a nice flat area to build if you're looking to build a massive base. I like this, I really like this area. It's just like a grassland, plain area. This will be good for people that want to build, which there are a lot of people that like to build. I'll pull up the map so you can see where this is at. So yeah, this is a cool little area. I really like this, even though it's very basic, but I really like the flat land. It's really important. As you get closer, you can kind of see the grass here. But this is a very, I would say that there's probably quite a few people building in this area. I haven't seen a lot of T-Rexes. But on a map this big, as I say that there's one in front of me, on a map this big, it's going to be hard to highlight every area and see every area. I wanted to do more of just an overview for you so you can get an idea of what the map looks like and some of the more key features and areas that are in the map. And I feel like we have to at least check out one cave just to give you an idea of what the caves are going to be like as well. So let me do that now. I'm going to go ahead, pull up the coordinates, see if I can make my way to one of these caves, and then I'll be right back with you and we'll check it out.